need it like this. Look at me go. Look at me go. Hey, we about to blow. Act like you know. Hey, we on the road. Look at me go. Hey, bringing it home. We in the zone. Hey, 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 hey. Look at me go. Yeah, I'm one in a million. All right now. Since birth, I've been shooting from a cannon. Mid-flight, here to recite, I ain't landing. Handles like a vandal at night, you can't grab it. Fire underneath my hood is outstanding. Blast through a wall of bricks like Superman did. Ain't nothing holding me back but me standing. So I'ma take off right now from this planet. The new sound has been found in yo. I don't know what you've been told, but I ain't gonna stop till I break the mold. You see, I'm born in a million. I wanna rise in the ceiling, yes I do.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Whoa! Here we go.
Burrow going to get this out to Chase. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. You look at this Browns defense. They've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Burrow looking to pass. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
We're good.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Same target. It's Jacobs again. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The Bengals at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
He's got his running back out of the backfield, and he is going to have the Bengals first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
That's going to be caught, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Mike Gesicki. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. $16 yards right off the bat and a first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Sanders. And his throw is incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Bengals defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
Here we go. 11, Thomas.
From midfield now, Burrow. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. 2nd and 10.
11. Let's get set.
Now it's Burrow. He finds his man. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Browns. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a handoff up the middle. Sampson. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front
and wing in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. Back to throw. Sanders. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field and took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Dueling the man in motion. Sanders from the gun on third down. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, 42 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
He hits Jacobs here on the crossing route. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one. 7-7, our score after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Gun. Stop.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Here we go.
Burrow gets this one quickly out wide. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And there, even if you've got to take something off that throw so that he slows down to catch it, That's far more preferable than what happened there. A big miss on what should have been a touchdown.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll run on first down. Sampson. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The offense on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Sanders. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Jeudy. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
On one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And he's taken down. This will be a Browns sack. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey.
12, 12, 12.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. Go. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And some room to work. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Now 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Sanders. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marquise Bell. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Yeah, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football,
doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
1 more, ready?
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Gun. Dodge.
Now Burrow. And that's caught inside the 35. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big pickup of 38.
I love the poise in the pocket right here. Protection, absolutely sensational.
Here we go.
And he's able to use that protection to scan the field, make sure his receiver came open, and then deliver a perfect pass. That was beautiful.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Josh Jacobs, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Up the middle they go. Sampson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Here's 3rd down and 4. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have a 1st down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On 1st down, Sampson. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
The score, Bengals 41, Browns 7.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Browns drive about to get started. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive. but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
Sanders now from the gun on 3rd down, eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm sure there was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
This is taken at the 18. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here we go. 12, 12, 12.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Stop.
Now it's Burrow. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Got a man open. It's Chase. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. So potentially a turning point here in the 3rd quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, 2nd guy in, tackle the ball.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Sanders. He finds his man. Complete. That's 4th. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Off play action. Sanders. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now Sanders. Throwing on 4th down. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals TD. Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the 2nd half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there is just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Down the left sideline. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
11 mighty, 11 mighty. 11 MT, 11 MT. Here we go.
Here's Burrow. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Second and 5. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now a handoff up the middle. Sampson. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Looking to throw. Sanders. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Bengals are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it.
Gotta go score.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now the Bengals on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
11.
Burrow will throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision could get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And that is taken in by Njoku. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Well, this likely a must-have, 3rd and goal. Now a handoff looking right. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. A great play there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Browns 14.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
I'm one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Burrow going to get this out to Chase. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Burrow looking to pass. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards there on a Bengal 1st. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. Again, he'll drop to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are right back in this football game. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Operating from the gun, Sanders. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
On 3rd down, Sampson. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory.
backed up in good situation. It didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. Off the play fake. Sanders. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
4th down, 10 yards to go. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Bengals force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Set. MT, take. 11 MT.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. That is caught. And he will have a Bengals first down. And it's celebration time on that sideline. And they've earned it. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Gun.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.